Hey everybody, I want to teach you today about measurements, but I think the most important thing is that you do take measurements, because when you go through any kind of a transformation, a lot of people are just focused on their weight. You don't want to do that, especially with what we're doing. We want to primarily focus on body fat loss, so you can lose 15 inches before you lose a pound. If you want to get a really good scale, we use the Tanita scale. This is Jess Mashad, by the way. She's a TLS coach as well. But the Tanita scale is great because it doesn't just measure weight and how much lean body mass you have. It also looks into body fat percentages and visceral fat, and it gives you a lot of other fun measurements like metabolic age. So that can be found on drugstore.com, especially through the shop.com website. So we're going to show you today how to do measurements and where to do them. I will also post a picture because this is not rocket science. The one thing you want to make sure that you do is just take notes. If there's a specific place that you are taking measurements, just do that the next time as well. And I'll kind of show you as we go through. So for women, it's a little different. For men, I really just take a waist measurement when we get there, and usually a chest measurement. Sometimes you can take a thigh, depending, but that's about it. For women, we usually do a little bit more. So for a chest, you're going to go right across the center part of somebody's chest, and when you pull on this tape measure, you do actually want to give it a little bit of a tug. It didn't, sorry about that, but you don't want to just kind of let it be loose and find out where they meet. You want to actually give it a little pull and see where the end of it overlaps. For underneath the chest, it's literally right underneath where the bra line would be. For the waist, you're going to find the belly button. So for some people, that doesn't seem like where their natural waist is, especially for guys. That's not their pants measurement, but that's going to be just where their belly button actually is, which is typically, for a lot of people, the widest part. Now, what if you have somebody who's pear-shaped, or maybe for you, you feel like your trouble spot is a little lower than your belly button? Take the belly button measurement, but then maybe write a note and say like 2 inches underneath the belly button is where you're going to take another measurement, because maybe you want to see that trouble spot be the one that you're following to be able to go down. A hip measurement is going to be taken in, can you go to the side, is going to be right across the widest part, and you just kind of want to make sure that it's even of the butt and across the hips.
And make sure your feet are together.
And that make sure that the feet are together, that's a great point. And then of course for thighs and for calves, here you're just going to go to the widest part of the thigh and just give a little tug. And for the calves, the widest part of the calf is the same thing. I usually do both sides because nobody's ever really symmetrical, so you just want to kind of make sure that you capture all of those measurements. And then the before and after picture is huge. So do you see how Jessica's wearing tighter fitting clothes? Do that. If you're going to take a before and after measurement, or these kinds, you don't need to have a bulky sweater on, obviously, but even a bulky t-shirt, you're not going to be able to see the differences. So when I have somebody take a before and after, I also kind of measure how far away I'm taking the picture, or somebody's taking the picture for me, so that I'm always taking it from the same distance. And can you put your hands up? So for a before picture like this, really important, then a side shot like that, and then backwards so that you can see the back. So all three of those pictures are really important. And did I miss anything?
No.
That's it. You guys are going to feel amazing after this whole process is over. So make sure you take your measurements sometime this week.